Today is day 94 of the podcast, and I also want to look at just the fact that we inherit the land, we come into the land by God's providence, His oversight, His care, His choosing. So just as with Israel, God distributed the land to each tribe, their portion, it came by allotment. He chose and divided the inheritance among them. It says this in Joshua 13, verses 6 and 7. All the inhabitants of the hill country, from Lebanon as far as Misrothmain, all of the Sidonians, I will drive them out from before the sons of Israel, only allot it to Israel for an inheritance, as I have commanded you. And then verse 7, now therefore apportion this land for an inheritance to the 9 tribes and the half tribes of Manasseh. There was a command to distribute the land just according to God's desire. But what application does that have for us? Well, it shows up in somewhat the same manner in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, starting at verse 4. Now there are varieties of gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are varieties of ministries and the same Lord. There are varieties of effects, but the same God who works all things in all persons. But to each one is given the manifestation of the Spirit for the common good. For to one is given the word of wisdom through the Spirit, and to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, and to another gifts of healing by the one Spirit, and to another the effecting of miracles, and to another prophecy, and to another the distinguishing of spirits, to another various kinds of tongues, and another the interpretation of tongues. But one and the same Spirit works all these things, distributing to each one individually just as He wills. It's His will and determination. We are uniquely designed to carry out God's will, His word, and His works, and display the Holy Spirit according to His divine providence. So here's today's question. Have you learned to recognize your spiritual gifts?